Thank you for joining me with Add Color in Ultra. Often creating color banners can be intimidating. Banners are important to use inside your course for visual cues, to separate content for students, and provide some of that chunking atmosphere that we talk about when creating a course. A couple of things that you should do before designing your course banners is to select which images you want to use. And you can do that by going to Google the item you want to look for if you were doing welcome. Select Tools, Usage Right. This is to make sure that you're not copywriting anyone else's work, and use Creative Commons license. When you're using Creative Commons license, that means it is there for anyone to use. As you can see by type, you can select clip art, and any of these can be used and not be breaking the copyright law. And as you see, it gave me more. Just make sure it's still on common license. Now there's two ways to save this. If you want to save it with the white background, you simply right click, Save Image As. You want to make sure that it is saved as a JPEG or a PNG file. This option only gives us JPEG, and click Save. This puts it in your download folder. Now if you want to remove this background, you will need to use a background remover. And you can do that by typing in BK Remover and going to remove.bg. This is a free website, and you simply drag your image from this page and drop it on this one and select Download. Once you have your images saved the way you want them, with or without backgrounds, and if you were doing math, you might want to do math images, and make sure you select Tools, All Creative Commons License. Clip art gives you a little bit more versatility, but you can also do line drawings or any type, as long as it's common practice. Do the same thing for biology. So whatever your course is, you can find images to suit that. So now look, we're going to pretend that we've got all of our images saved that we want to use in our course. As I said earlier, I have tried to simplify things for you to make sure that you don't have to be stressed about creating banners. You can find that information on our KCTC SharePoint site underneath the Bluegrass Instructional Design SharePoint. And you might want to select it to follow because there's other things here to use to create and design your course. But we're going to talk about the creating custom banners. Now, once you're on this page, we'll find helpful information about how to create from scratch, but we're not going to do that today. And you can watch a video on it. Download pre-course shells. Just read these directions to explain what this page is doing for you. And down at the bottom, there's a course template already pre-built for you. So you're going to select the course template banner, and it will download. And as you see, the first slide says, download this file to your hard drive to make changes. Don't start making changes right now because it'll make it for everyone. So you want to select File, Save As, and download you a copy. Once you download a copy, open your copy up, and you can go ahead and delete this one with the directions because this is your copy. And it also opens it up in the app where you have more tools to use than it does on your OneDrive. So now this banner has the KCTC logo on it, and you can remove those just simply by selecting Delete and insert your own. You go to Insert Pictures from this device and go to your downloads. So ever it was where you were saving your image with or without your background. Let's just select math here without the background and resize it. One thing I want to point out when you're resizing, if you pull from the left or right, it distorts your picture. If you pull from the top and bottom, it distorts your picture. So always pull from the angles, and it will resize your picture with the correct dimensions. and then you can put your math symbol in there. All the labels in this template are pre-titled to align with the 56 labels that are provided by the KCTCS system. All you will need to do in this template is to go down and change your color to the desired color that you want. And I previously changed these so this tutorial will go a little faster for you. But as you can see, I click on the bar, the color bar, and I click the color that I want. And once you go through and you click all the changes that you need to make, you will download these to your computer. Now we're going to pretend that I have changed all these icons to our math section, just for demonstration purposes and not to take up too much time. You can also, if you'd like to duplicate this slide and add a different one in there, welcome to this course. You can add more. It's up to you. So we're going to pretend that we have all of our math logos in place on every slide, as we do here. You will need to save all your images once you have the colors changes and the logos changed and your labels written the way you want them. And you'll select File, Save As. I like putting it on the PC, but you can very well do it on your OneDrive. But I find it easier on the PC and then upload it to my OneDrive because it's more organized. I know exactly where I've put it. I go to Downloads and name it in light blue banners math. And then this is very important. You want to go down and label JPEG or a PNG file. I prefer to use a JPEG and click Save. You're going to be prompted to save, and it's going to ask you all slides or just this one. If you're doing a fresh batch, you want to say all slides. If you're wanting to just retrieve one, you can use just this one. This tutorial, I'm going to say all slides in a folder in separate images, and you tell OK. So now that you have your templates ready for your course, you will retrieve them going by your hard drive folder, Downloads, and as you can see, it's made a light blue folder. You will need to open this folder up, and this is where it's a little time consuming, but once you get this set up to use in your course, it's beneficial. So I'm going to change the view here just a bit so I can see them a little better. And what you want to do is rename these. And this one says complete this, but if you notice, this header is larger than these. These headers are used in the top section of your document or assessment or assignment as just you would use a title, a header, subheader, and a paragraph. So the headers you want to use at the beginning, and the ones with a smaller line you want to use in the internal part of your document. To rename these and keep these separate, I usually name them light blue LTB underscore HDR for header underscore complete this. And then I'll move on to the next one. And then I will rename each one of the headers using this format, the color, a header, and the name of the label. Then for the smaller ones, I will rename light blue underscore BDY underscore assessment. And you will continue to do all that to your smaller labels. Now what this does is when you go to import them into your course, it divides your headers and your body separate, and it's easier to access them. Once you are in your course and you're wanting to implement the banners that you just created, choose the course that you want to use the banners in. You'll select your addition, add content. If you save them to your OneDrive, after you rename them and uploaded them to your OneDrive, you can access them through OneDrive. Or if you still have them on your computer, as I do this one, you can upload from computer. Go to your course banners. And we're going to use one that I renamed And you can tell it this is a decorative because this really has nothing to do with a screen reader. It's just a visual cue, and if a person can't see this, they don't need that visual cue. And view only, because you don't really need for students to download them. And click Save. Now, as I was saying earlier, this is a header and this is a body. So you want to use your body ones in the middle of your content and your headers at the top. So let me take this one back out because I really don't need it in there. I was just showing you how to upload. Now let's look how we would import one if it was connected to our OneDrive. So we upload from cloud storage, select OneDrive, locate the folder where you had your banners uploaded to. I have mine in a banner folder, and select the color one that you wanted. I'm just going to use my ID banners that I created for this course just to show you. I already have them renamed, as you can see. All the body ones are together. And then I have one that's a check mark that shows the end of the page that I use. And then I have all my headers together. So I'm going to import office hours ones just for demonstration. As you can see, you get the same pop-up window, view only, and save. Header and a body. So you will use the body inside your course, not above your header. If you have any questions about how to create a banner, please refer back to the instructional design page about how to create a course, how to create banners for your course, and you can contact me if you have any questions.